Have you ever wondered what it truly takes to stay safe while living alone as you get older? Walter, a 75-year-old retired carpenter, takes pride in his independence. He cooks his meals, tends his small garden, and fixes things around the house. But with each passing year, concerns creep in. What if he falls and no one is there to help? What if a scammer targets him? What if days pass before anyone notices something is wrong? Walter's story is more common than you think, and the good news is, he found simple ways to stay safe. In this video, we'll share 5 essential steps every senior should take to protect their health, home, and financial security. Stick around until the end, because one of these tips could save your life, or the life of someone you love. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you like this video. You can help me continue to spread the old age lesson. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like this video, please comment number 1. If you don't like it, comment number 0 to let me know, so I can make a better video for you. Now let's get started. 1. Health emergencies. When every second counts. Picture this: Walter, an independent senior, wakes up feeling slightly dizzy one morning. He dismisses it, thinking he might just be dehydrated or fatigued. As the day progresses, his dizziness worsens, and a sudden wave of weakness washes over him. When he tries to speak, his words come out slurred, and his arm feels heavy, almost useless. Panic sets in as he realizes something is wrong, but by the time he reaches for his phone, his fingers struggle to press the right buttons. This is how strokes happen, silent and swift, turning an ordinary morning into a life-threatening crisis. The difference between recovery and lasting damage often comes down to how quickly medical attention is received. When living alone, the delay in recognizing and responding to such emergencies can be devastating. Falls are another major health risk for older adults. Statistics show that 1 in 4 seniors experiences a fall each year, and the consequences can be severe. A simple misstep in the bathroom or a moment of dizziness near a staircase can lead to broken bones, head trauma, or even internal bleeding. If no one is around to call for help, what starts as a painful fall can spiral into a much bigger issue. Lying on the floor for hours or even days can lead to dehydration, pressure sores, and a host of other complications that make recovery even more difficult. Beyond falls and strokes, other sudden medical crises can occur with little warning. Heart attacks, diabetic episodes, or severe infections can escalate rapidly without someone there to notice the early warning signs. Low blood sugar in diabetics, for example, can cause confusion, fainting, or seizures, leaving an individual vulnerable and unable to seek help. Sepsis, a life-threatening response to infection, can start with subtle symptoms like fever and fatigue but quickly become deadly if left untreated. When it comes to health emergencies, every second matters. Having someone nearby to recognize the signs of distress and call for immediate medical attention can make all the difference between a full recovery and a tragic outcome. For seniors living alone, ensuring a reliable support system, whether through wearable alert devices, frequent check-ins from family or neighbors, or professional caregiving services, can mean the difference between life and death in critical moments. 2. Security threats. Seniors are prime targets. Walter received a phone call one afternoon from someone claiming to be a representative from his bank. The caller spoke in a serious tone, warning him about suspicious transactions on his account. Concerned but cautious, Walter listened as the person on the other end asked him to confirm his account details and social security number. Fortunately, Walter had heard about such scams before and immediately hung up. However, not all seniors are as lucky. Many fall victim to these fraudulent schemes, unknowingly handing over sensitive information and losing thousands of dollars from their life savings. Scammers frequently prey on older adults, using tactics like fake IRS calls that threaten legal action, urgent messages from supposed family members in distress, and deceptive emails promising lottery winnings. These criminals exploit trust, fear, and confusion, making it difficult for seniors to distinguish between a real emergency and a well-orchestrated scam. Beyond financial fraud, home security is another serious concern. Criminals often see elderly individuals, especially those living alone, as easy targets. A weak front door lock, a poorly lit entryway, or an open window at night can become an open invitation for burglars. Without proper security measures such as motion sensor lights, reinforced locks, and neighborhood watch programs, the risks of break-ins and personal harm increase significantly. Ensuring seniors are educated about these dangers and equipped with protective measures can make all the difference in keeping them safe. 3. The emotional impact. Loneliness can be just as dangerous. Not all dangers come from outside the home. Some take root in the quiet isolation that many seniors experience. Walter used to have dinner with his wife every evening, exchanging stories about their day over a warm meal. It was a cherished routine, filled with laughter, companionship, and a sense of belonging. But since she passed away, the house has grown eerily quiet. Now, he often eats alone, staring at the empty chair across from him. At first, he assumed he was simply adjusting to a new chapter in life. But as the weeks turned into months, he found himself feeling persistently drained, unmotivated, and even forgetful. What Walter was experiencing wasn't just sadness, it was a serious health risk. Chronic loneliness isn't just an emotional burden. It has been linked to severe physical and mental health consequences. Studies show that prolonged social isolation increases the likelihood of depression, high blood pressure, heart disease, and even cognitive decline, including dementia. The brain thrives on social interaction, much like the body relies on physical activity to stay strong. Unfortunately, many seniors struggle to rebuild their social connections after retirement, the loss of a spouse, or physical limitations that prevent them from going out as often. Without regular interactions, whether through phone calls, visits, community activities, or friendships, loneliness can take a devastating toll. Encouraging engagement, whether through senior centers, volunteer opportunities, or even digital tools like video calls, is essential in combating this silent but dangerous threat. 4. Why you need to take action now. Far too many seniors wait until a crisis forces them to make changes, but by then, it's often too late. A single moment can redefine everything. A sudden fall, an unexpected scam, or a silent stroke that goes unnoticed for hours. The reality is, these situations happen more often than people realize, and they can have devastating consequences. But here's the good news. Taking proactive steps now can help prevent disaster while preserving your independence. Walter, a 75-year-old retired carpenter, recognized this reality early on and decided to make small but powerful adjustments to his daily routine. These simple changes gave him peace of mind and a safety net, without compromising the independence he values. If Walter could do it, so can you. In this guide, we'll explore 5 essential strategies to ensure your safety while living alone. Each one is easy to implement, effective, and could make all the difference in an emergency. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Number 1. Set up a daily check-in system. One of the biggest risks of living alone is experiencing a medical emergency with no one around to assist. Whether it's a fall, a stroke, or another health crisis, the longer you go unnoticed, the worse the outcome can be. A simple check-in system can significantly reduce this risk by ensuring someone is always aware of your well-being. Walter understood this risk. He had heard too many tragic stories of seniors who had suffered falls or strokes and weren't discovered for days. Determined not to become another statistic, he set up a daily check-in routine with his neighbor, Joe. Every morning, Walter sends Joe a quick text. Nothing fancy, just a simple, "Good morning," or "All good here." If Joe doesn't hear from him by a set time, he knows to check in. This seemingly small habit has made a huge impact. Walter feels reassured knowing that if something happens, help won't be far away. But beyond medical emergencies, his check-in system also protects him from scams and security threats. If he receives a suspicious phone call or an unexpected visitor claiming to be from a utility company, he consults Joe first. A second opinion can be the difference between avoiding a scam or falling victim to one. The best part? Setting up a check-in system is simple and doesn't require major lifestyle changes. Here's how you can establish one that works for you. Find a reliable check-in partner. This could be a neighbor, a friend, or a family member, someone who will notice if you don't reach out. Leverage technology. If texting isn't your preference, consider using an automatic check-in app that sends alerts if you don't respond. Smart home devices can also monitor movement and notify emergency contacts if something seems off. Stick to a schedule. Whether it's a morning phone call, a text before bed, or a quick wave from the porch, consistency ensures someone is always looking out for you. A check-in system doesn't mean giving up your independence. It means reinforcing it. Knowing someone is aware of your well-being allows you to continue living on your terms, with an added layer of security. And this isn't just for seniors living alone. Even younger adults, especially those with health conditions or living in remote areas, can benefit from a check-in plan. A simple daily habit could save a life. What about you? Do you have a check-in plan in place? If not, now is the perfect time to start. Share your strategies in the comments. Your ideas might inspire or help someone else who's watching. Coming up next, a crucial home safety upgrade that can prevent the most common household dangers. Stay tuned. Emergency readiness. A plan could save your life. No one ever expects an emergency, but when you live alone, being unprepared can turn a small incident into a life-threatening situation. Imagine this. Walter is brewing his morning coffee when, out of nowhere, he feels dizzy. Before he can reach his phone, his vision blurs, and he collapses. Without a plan in place, how long would it take for someone to find him? Emergencies happen fast. A stroke, heart attack, or a severe fall can leave you unable to call for help. That's why having an emergency plan isn't just a precaution, it's a necessity. In the next section, we'll break down the steps you can take to ensure you're always prepared for the unexpected. Don't wait until it's too late. Stay informed, stay prepared, and stay safe. Step 1. Keep emergency contacts accessible. In an emergency, time is of the essence. The quicker you can access critical contacts, the better your chances of getting the help you need. Walter stays prepared by ensuring his emergency contact information is readily available in various forms. Here's how he does it. A list of emergency contacts. Walter keeps a hard copy of his emergency contact list, which includes his doctor, close family members, and trusted neighbors, in a prominent location next to his phone. In a crisis, he can quickly grab it without having to scramble to remember who to call. ICE, in case of emergency, contacts in his phone. In addition to the written list, Walter labels his important contacts in his phone with the ICE acronym, ensuring that emergency responders can easily locate key people in his phone if he is unable to speak. This allows them to contact someone who can provide critical information about their health or needs. A visible emergency contact sheet on his fridge. Walter also keeps a large print emergency contact sheet on the fridge, a place where paramedics and first responders are likely to look when they arrive. The sheet includes important details such as his medications, known allergies, and existing health conditions. This ensures that medical personnel have immediate access to essential information, allowing them to provide the best possible care promptly. Pro tip: if you own a smartphone, consider setting up emergency contacts within your phone's settings. Many phones offer an emergency feature that allows you to make calls or access information, even when the device is locked. This can be especially helpful if you're unable to unlock the phone yourself in a time of need. Step 2. Use a medical alert device for immediate assistance. Emergencies don't always happen when you're near your phone, which is why a medical alert device is an essential tool for peace of mind. Walter wears a simple but effective emergency pendant that ensures help is always within reach. With just the press of a button, emergency services or a designated contact can be notified instantly. No dialing required, no scrambling for a phone. Here's why medical alert devices are so beneficial. Automatic fall detection. Many medical alert devices are equipped with fall detection, which automatically sends an alert if the wearer falls and is unable to get up. This can be a lifesaver, especially for those who live alone or have mobility issues. Peace of mind. The biggest advantage of a medical alert device is the reassurance it provides. With just a simple press of a button, help is on its way, whether you're at home or on the go. This constant access to assistance brings comfort and confidence to both the wearer and their loved ones. Lightweight and discreet. Walter's pendant looks like a regular necklace, so it's not only functional but also subtle. He can wear it throughout the day without drawing attention to it. Medical alert devices come in many forms, from pendants to wristbands, or even clips that attach to clothing. The variety of options ensures that you can find one that fits your lifestyle and comfort preferences. GPS tracking options. For seniors who still drive or enjoy taking walks on their own, some medical alert devices come with built-in GPS tracking. This can be incredibly useful in case of an emergency when you're away from home and might need help finding your location quickly. Affordability. Concerned about the cost? Many local senior organizations and healthcare providers offer free or discounted medical alert programs, ensuring that cost doesn't prevent you from being prepared. It's worth researching what resources are available in your area. By staying proactive about emergency preparedness with these simple steps, Walter ensures that help is always just a button or phone call away. Whether it's through accessible contact lists or wearable alert devices, these tools can make all the difference when every second counts. Step 3. Create an emergency escape plan. Emergencies can happen at any time and come in many forms, not just medical crises. Fires, gas leaks, home intrusions, and even extreme weather events can pose serious threats. Being prepared with a well-thought-out escape plan can make all the difference. Walter, for example, has mapped out multiple exit strategies for every room in his home. If a fire breaks out in the kitchen, he knows exactly which door or window provides the quickest and safest way out. If he hears an unusual noise at night or sees someone suspicious at his door, he doesn't panic or take risks. He contacts a trusted neighbor before taking any action. Here are a few crucial steps to enhance your safety and preparedness. Identify multiple exits. In every room, determine at least 2 ways to get out in case your primary exit is blocked. If you live in an apartment, know where the nearest stairwell or fire escape is. Practice your plan. Could you safely exit your home within 60 seconds in an emergency? Run through different scenarios to ensure you and your household are prepared. Keep a flashlight within reach. Power outages can happen unexpectedly, so always have a reliable flashlight near your bed and in key locations around the house. Secure a spare key for emergencies. Consider placing a spare house key in a lockbox or leaving one with a trusted neighbor so first responders can access your home if needed. Establish a communication plan. Who will you call first in an emergency? Make sure you have important numbers saved in an easy-to-access location. Preparing for emergencies isn't about living in fear. It's about ensuring you remain safe, self-sufficient, and in control for as long as possible. Do you already have an emergency plan in place? Share your best safety tip in the comments below. And speaking of preparation, not all dangers come from health scares or household accidents. The next tip could help you prevent a disaster before it even starts. Stay tuned. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Strengthen home security. Don't be an easy target. Living alone can offer a sense of tranquility, but it can also make you an easy target for those with bad intentions. Scammers, burglars, and other criminals often view older adults as vulnerable, making them prime targets for fraud or home invasion. However, the good news is that you don't have to feel helpless or exposed. Walter, a man who has lived independently for many years, has figured out how to stay safe and secure. He's taken the necessary precautions to protect himself and his home, and you can follow his lead. Here's a comprehensive guide on how to safeguard yourself and your home from potential dangers. Step 1. Secure your home. Making your home a less inviting target for burglars is crucial, and you'd be surprised how many criminals will avoid a house that looks well secured. Studies have shown that the majority of burglars won't even attempt a break-in if they believe the house is either occupied or well protected. A few simple changes and upgrades can help you create that illusion, and even provide real protection. Upgrade your locks. Walter understands that the first line of defense is strong, reliable locks. He swapped out his old, standard locks for reinforced deadbolts that are far more difficult to break. This upgrade makes it significantly harder for an intruder to force their way into his home. Install motion sensor lights. Thieves often prefer to operate under the cover of darkness. That's why Walter installed motion-activated lights around his front door, along the driveway, and near other potential entry points. The moment someone approaches his home, the lights turn on, making it much harder for criminals to stay hidden. This simple upgrade not only discourages burglars but also provides peace of mind when arriving home at night. Use a video doorbell. In today's world, technology can play a huge role in your safety. Walter installed a smart video doorbell, which lets him see who is at his door without even having to open it. This gives him the ability to assess whether someone is a legitimate visitor or a potential threat before deciding to engage. Even if you can't afford a video doorbell, a fake security system sign or a decoy camera can still be an effective deterrent against criminals who are looking for an easy target. Step 2. Beware of scams. While physical threats are real, Scammers present an equally dangerous risk, and they often target older adults. Scammers use all kinds of tactics to manipulate seniors into handing over money or personal information. Walter, unfortunately, almost fell victim to one such scam. One afternoon, he received a call from someone claiming to be from his bank, warning him that his account had been compromised. They told him it was urgent and that he needed to provide his account details immediately to protect his money. It sounded convincing, but Walter remembered one simple rule that saved him. He never shares personal or financial information over the phone. Instead of complying, he hung up and called his bank directly. As it turned out, there was no issue with his account at all. Scammers often create a sense of urgency, hoping to pressure you into making hasty decisions that you later regret. They may pose as the IRS, claim that you owe money, or pretend to be a relative in desperate need of emergency cash. They may even disguise themselves as a trusted organization, such as a utility company or a bank, demanding immediate payment. How to protect yourself from scams. Never trust unsolicited calls or emails asking for personal or financial information. Always verify by contacting the company or person directly using contact details from their official website or your records. Never use the contact information provided in the suspicious communication. Be wary of offers that seem too good to be true. If something sounds unbelievable or too much of a bargain, it probably is. Step 3. Set up a trusted person plan. Even with the best precautions, scams can sometimes catch us off guard. That's why Walter has set up a trusted person plan. This is a simple system where he has someone, like his nephew, he can call if he ever gets a suspicious phone call. If a contractor or repairman comes to his home, Walter checks their credentials with a neighbor before letting them inside. If he receives an email asking for money, he doesn't act on it right away. Instead, he takes a moment to confirm whether it's legitimate. Having someone to double-check situations helps him avoid falling victim to scams that could otherwise lead to financial losses and stress. Think about your own life for a moment. Have you recently received an unexpected call or message that seemed a little off? Do you or someone you know have experience with being targeted by scammers? Don't hesitate to share your story in the comments below. You never know how your experience might help someone else avoid a similar situation. But here's the thing. While home security and scams are two major concerns, there's another overlooked danger that many older adults often miss: falls. Stay tuned to find out how small adjustments to your home and habits can help you avoid the most common and dangerous injuries among seniors. Prevent falls. Small adjustments, big safety gains. Did you know that falls are the leading cause of injury among older adults? Every year, millions of seniors end up in the emergency room after tripping, slipping, or falling at home. The good news, however, is that most falls are preventable with a few simple changes to your environment and lifestyle. Walter learned this lesson firsthand. A year ago, Walter tripped over a loose rug in his living room. One moment he was walking without issue, and the next, he was on the floor, struggling to get up. Fortunately, he wasn't seriously hurt, but the scare prompted him to think carefully about how to make his home safer and reduce his risk of falling in the future. Here's what he did, and what you can do too. Clear clutter. Walter made sure to keep all pathways in his home clear of clutter. He moved any items that could easily cause trips or falls, like shoes, cords, or stray furniture. Install grab bars. In places like the bathroom, Walter installed grab bars by the toilet and in the shower. These provide extra stability and can prevent falls when standing up or moving around. Use non-slip mats. He placed non-slip mats under rugs and in high-risk areas like the bathroom and kitchen. These mats help keep things in place and prevent them from shifting or sliding underfoot. Get proper lighting. Ensuring that all areas of the home are well lit is essential. Walter added extra lighting in hallways and staircases to make it easier to navigate, especially in the evening. By making these small adjustments, Walter significantly reduced his risk of falling, and so can you. Taking these simple steps to improve the security of your home, protect yourself from scams, and prevent falls will help you live independently and confidently. After all, staying safe doesn't have to mean giving up your peace of mind. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Step 1. Make simple home modifications. Your home should be a place of comfort and security, not a space filled with hidden dangers that increase your risk of falling. Fortunately, a few simple changes can make a significant difference in ensuring your safety. Small modifications can drastically reduce the likelihood of falls and allow you to move around your home with confidence. Install grab bars for stability. Slippery bathroom floors and unsteady movements can create serious hazards. To counteract this, Walter installed sturdy grab bars in his bathroom, next to the toilet, inside the shower, and even near the sink. These bars provide additional support when standing up or stepping in and out of the shower. With this simple addition, Walter feels safer and more secure, knowing he has something to hold on to at all times. Improve lighting throughout your home. Many falls occur simply because someone didn't see a step, a piece of furniture, or a stray object. Poor lighting is a common issue in homes, particularly in hallways, staircases, and entryways. Walter realized that the dim lighting in his home was making it harder to see clearly at night. He replaced outdated bulbs with bright, energy-efficient LED lights and installed nightlights in key areas such as the bathroom and hallway. Now, even in the middle of the night, his home remains well lit and safe. Keep floors clear of clutter. A clutter-free home is a safer home. Walter took the time to secure loose rugs with non-slip backing, ensuring they wouldn't slide unexpectedly. He also made sure that electrical cords were tucked away neatly and that his furniture layout allowed for clear walking paths. By removing obstacles and trip hazards, he minimized the chances of stumbling over everyday items. Quick fix: if you use throw rugs, make sure they have a non-slip backing. If they still slide, consider removing them entirely. Loose rugs are among the top causes of household falls. Step 2. Stay active. Strength and balance are key to preventing falls. What many people don't realize is that weak leg muscles are one of the biggest contributors to falls. As we age, our muscles naturally lose strength, making it harder to stay steady on our feet. The good news? Simple daily exercises can help counteract this decline and keep you moving safely and confidently. Walter understood the importance of staying active, so committed to incorporating movement into his daily routine. Every morning, he dedicates just 5 minutes to gentle stretching and balance exercises. These exercises keep his legs strong and improve his coordination. Chair stands. One of the easiest and most effective exercises, chair stands involve sitting in a sturdy chair and standing up without using your hands. This movement strengthens the legs and builds core stability. Walter started with just a few repetitions and gradually increased them as he got stronger. Heel-to-toe walking. To improve balance, Walter practices walking in a straight line, placing one foot directly in front of the other, heel to toe. This simple exercise mimics the motion needed for steady walking and helps reduce the risk of losing balance. Ankle rolls for flexibility. Flexible joints are less prone to injury. Walter includes ankle rolls in his routine by sitting down and gently rotating each foot in circles. This keeps his ankles limber, reducing stiffness and making movement easier. It's not about intense workouts. It's about maintaining mobility. Just a few minutes of movement each day can make a significant difference. Walter follows a simple rule: if you don't use it, you lose it. Keeping his body active helps him stay independent and reduces his risk of falls. Step 3. Have a fall recovery plan. Even with the best precautions, accidents can still happen. The most important thing is knowing what to do if a fall does occur. Being prepared can make the difference between a minor inconvenience and a serious emergency. Keep a phone within reach at all times. Walter makes it a habit to always have his phone nearby, whether it's in his pocket, on a lanyard, or placed in a designated spot in every room. This ensures that if he ever needs help, he can call someone immediately. Consider a medical alert device. Some falls can leave a person unable to move or reach their phone. To prepare for this possibility, Walter invested in a wearable medical alert device with a simple emergency button. In the event of a fall, pressing the button instantly connects him to help. Practice safe ways to get up. Falling can be disorienting, and getting up the wrong way can cause further injury. Walter follows a safe fall recovery method: staying calm, rolling onto his side, pushing up into a seated position, and then using a stable piece of furniture to slowly stand up. Pro tip: for those at higher risk of falling, a fall detection device can be life-saving. These devices automatically call for help if they sense a sudden impact, ensuring that assistance arrives even if you're unable to call for it yourself. Step 4. Stay socially connected. isolation can be dangerous. Living alone doesn't have to mean feeling lonely. However, for many seniors, isolation gradually becomes a part of life without them even realizing it. What many people don't know is that loneliness can have serious consequences for both mental and physical health. Studies show that chronic loneliness is as harmful as smoking 15 cigarettes a day, increasing the risk of heart disease, dementia, and even premature death. Walter never gave much thought to this. After his wife passed away, he found himself adjusting to quiet evenings and eating meals alone. He convinced himself that he enjoyed his own company and didn't need much social interaction. But over time, he started noticing subtle changes. His energy levels dropped, he wasn't sleeping as well, and his days began to feel long and empty. Then everything shifted, all because of one small decision. The hidden dangers of isolation. Isolation doesn't just affect mood, it has real physical consequences. Cognitive decline. Lack of social engagement significantly increases the risk of developing Alzheimer's and dementia. Heart health issues. Loneliness has been linked to higher rates of heart disease, high blood pressure, and stroke. Increased risk of depression and anxiety. Even the strongest person can feel disconnected and lost without meaningful social interactions. Finding connection again. One day, while running errands at the hardware store, Walter ran into an old friend. They chatted briefly, and before parting ways, his friend invited him to a local woodworking club. Walter hesitated. It had been years since he had been part of any group, and he wasn't sure he would fit in. But something inside urged him to take a chance. That single decision changed everything. Walter now attends the woodworking club every week. He has made new friends, shares stories, and even teaches some of the younger members a few tricks of the trade. His energy has returned, and his days no longer feel long and empty. The simple act of connecting with others brought new joy and purpose into his life. Your T-turn falls are a major concern for seniors, but the good news is that there are many ways to stay safe. Have you made changes in your home or daily routine to reduce your fall risk? Do you have any tips to share? Let us know in the comments below. And here's something most people forget. Even with all these precautions, there's still one more critical step for living alone safely. Stay tuned for the final tip. It could be the most important one yet. What's one key takeaway from this video that resonated with you? Maybe it changed your perspective, reinforced something you already believed, or gave you a new approach to try. Drop a comment below and let us know what you've learned and how you plan to put it into practice in your daily life. Your thoughts might inspire someone else on their journey. And if you found this video valuable, don't forget to support us by hitting the like button, sharing it with others, and subscribing to our channel for more insightful content. Your engagement helps us continue bringing you meaningful discussions. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Stay curious, keep growing, and take care.